Let's talk about Led Zeppelin 4's Deluxe Edition. So at a recent record show, I got this Deluxe Edition of Led Zeppelin's 4 for about $3, maybe $3.50. Right? And this Deluxe Edition, it's beautiful on the inside, right? That's the original album gatefold. And it has a center with a booklet. And then it has 2 CDs. So the first CD is just the original album remastered. Oh, let me also show you the back. So, right, it has the front cover, and then this has the reverse colors. Okay, and so this Deluxe Edition is basically the original LP remastered with a deluxe, with an extra CD that is basically the album again in different editions. So when I heard that, I was very excited because I love picking up deluxe editions of classic rock albums. Number one, it gives you a reason to get the CD over the LP, although I am going to talk later about how this is available in a double LP set. I want to just talk to you a little bit. I'm not going to go into the whole history of the album, the original tracks, because this is a classic album. I don't have anything new to add, right? It's such a great album from beginning to end. So I want to focus more on the bonus disc. And I was actually really, really disappointed. Unless you're an audiophile, you're not going to notice much difference, right? So first off, the remastering on this CD was praised when it came out. To me, I don't hear much of a difference, right? I don't have high-end audio equipment, so to me, the album sounds very similar. Okay, so I have it now on a CD. Okay, so there are basically 3 tracks of the 8 that are different. I think this is a huge missed opportunity, right? So not only could they have put more bonus tracks, they could have put so much else, but they decided to just put together one album, the same album, same 8 tracks in order, but 5 of them sound almost exactly the same. You'd have to be a real audiophile to really notice the difference. You'd have to be very nitpicky. So for me, it's like I got the same album twice. Now there are 3 exceptions. So I'm going to argue, is 3 enough to merit buying the entire deluxe edition? The album opens with Black Dog. It's almost the same, except the chorus sounds less polished. It sounds more as if it would live, you listen to the whole song and it's almost the same, and then you just get to the chorus and that sounds different throughout the song. Battle of Evermore, this is one of the highlights of the disc because it's instrumental. It does sound like an earlier version. It's instrumental. It sounds less polished. And this is the kind of thing that I want, right? And we're going to talk a little bit more about this later, but this sounds like more of a jam session before they added the lyrics. And then finally, my 2 favorite songs on the album are the last 2, Going to California and When the Levee Breaks. Going to California is also instrumental. And it seems to be a little bit more folky, laid back. And this is exactly why I would want some kind of deluxe edition like this, right? An earlier form of the song before vocals were added. Basically, you're getting a whole deluxe edition for 2 songs, 2 differences. They should have done this with every song. They should have had their stops and starts. They should have had their parts of their jam sessions. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is because as I researched this album, they went to a home in rural England. They basically set it up so that there would be no interruptions or disruptions, I should say. Right? And so they set up a jamming atmosphere where the members could walk in and out and just start jamming. But they could also just feel free and relaxed to wander around the gardens, collect their thoughts, have a cup of tea, and then go back in. They would capture these spontaneous performances in these communal jams, and then they built the album around it. So having read that, I'm like, why didn't they add all this other bonus material that was available? This is kind of a joke. I could not believe how bad this is. Now, for some of you, like I said, if you're an audiophile and you really want to listen for the nitpicky differences, you're going to find them. But I basically got the same album twice, except for those 2 tracks. And those 2 tracks are the standouts. That's what I love about this deluxe edition. When this was put out in 2014, it had 6 formats. It had the standard CD, the standard LP. So that was just basically the remastered album. Then it had the Deluxe 2 CD, and then it had the Deluxe 2 LP. So you can get this same package, you can get this in a Deluxe LP format. Finally, they had the Super Deluxe, was just the 2 CD and the 2 LP together with a book, a hardbound book. And then finally, they had high-resolution digital download files. I think this was a huge miss. And of course, I love the original album, but for buying a Deluxe, I just think this was a miss for me. Again, I love Deluxe editions. I love hearing the evolution of something that is so iconic now, but we don't really get that except for 2 tracks. For me, this is a flop. If I had paid full price for this, I would have been very, very disappointed. Please, if you disagree, I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Also, if you would like to hear some more album reviews, here's one of my latest album reviews, and then you could also listen to more music reviews on my playlist, especially of older albums. Thank you so much for all your support. Please like and subscribe.